Hey everyone, this is Ultra Runner. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at part 2 in the Toy Tier Tours series, and this is going to be shelf number 2, which is the my MCU shelf. As you guys know, I've stated this plenty of times, I don't pick up or make scenes to kind of be movie accurate. I do pick up my favorite version of the figure. And so you'll see like some of this stuff is not like I only have one of this or one of that, just because that's really my favorite version of it. So we'll start back here. This is the SHF Falcon from the Captain America Winter Soldier, because I do like this suit better than the Infinity War. And this was a big advancement for SHF in the Anthony Mackie head sculpt. I mean, just pretty spot on. And the only reason he doesn't have the goggles on, because I'm using that for my kit bash, which is in the first tour, so check that video out. He doesn't come with guns, and these are actually the little arsenal I got, I think, from Ami Ami, but of course you can get those from Big Bad Toy Store too. We'll start back here with Hulk. This is the SHF Infinity War. It's just my favorite version of him. I do like the look of the first Avenger Hulk, and I might pick him up at some later point because he does have the better likeness, but this is more of like a comic version, and I do like that look. Pretty good. I mean, I do like him a lot. Next to him, or in between him and Sam, is the Quantum Mania version of Ant-Man from SHF. I just like that suit a lot. I mean, they just took it to the next level, and SHF killed it with the fit and finish. So that's why I kind of had to go that route. Let's bring it out here. We'll go to Loki. And if you guys seen the first video in the series, you know why I have Loki. Literally, I only have him because he came with the short scepter, so I can give to my my Cap versus Cap. So he would kind of have that have the scepter in his hand like he did when he was moving through the deal. Now I do like this. I do like this Loki. I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite looks for him, but I wouldn't have got him if it wasn't for that. And then here we have the in-game version of Scarlet Witch. Not much difference between her and the SHF version, of course. Not much difference between the SHF in-game and SHF Infinity War, other than that she came with probably a little bit more paint, and then she's got the red eyes here, which is kind of neat, and then she came with a bunch of special effects, but I really like this Wanda. I mean, a lot. I think they just nailed it. She's kind of a bit of a traffic cone, but her suit is her bottom of her coat is a little flexible, but I like it a lot. Here we have the Mafex Black Panther, and of course this is, I think this is the actual Black Panther version, and I do really like this Mafex. I mean, the unmasked head sculpt is really good. I think I'm still on the fence if I'm going to pick up the new 1.5 that comes with the throne. Maybe I'll do that and just use an unmasked head sculpt for it. But they really knocked this one out the park as well. But Mafex just crushes a lot, so I can't really complain much at all. Back here is the SHF Iron Man. This is from this 15th anniversary Tamashii Nations, and so this is the one, you know, from the Iron Man movie where he's sitting there with, in Iron Man? Yeah. And he's sitting there with the hangover, the donuts, got the glasses on, those are the donuts, which he does. And I'll probably need to do something and get him on display with the donuts too. So, but that's a really neat one there. Back next to him is the Mafex Winter Soldier Mafex Winter Soldier. I had him with the caps because on my cap shelf, because he actually, of course, was capped for a little bit in the comic books, but I decided, you know, let me just put them down here and so I want to have all the caps where they are, where they were. I'll come back to her. So next to him is the Mark 85. This is SHF in-game Battle Damage Final Edition version. I do have another Iron Man coming. I'm not a huge Iron Man fan, but I did want something that had the Mark 85 or similar with the really shiny finish, and so I'll probably just take this one here and put him into the I Am Iron Man pose since they did come with those accessories. Behind him, we've got War Machine by SHF, and I just need a representation of Rhodey. It's pretty much about it. I'm not a huge War Machine fan, but Don Cheadle, he did well in that, so I can't complain. You've got the Final Battle Edition SHF Thanos, with the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. Just needed I just needed a villain from there, honestly, and something kind of to balance the shelf. Because if you look at my shelves, when I kind of back out here, I do have them kind of symmetrical. So if you look at the left and the right, you've got Wanda and Shang-Chi, and they're in the red and black. And then you got Thor and Loki with the capes, and then you got the two big guys in the back, and the Iron Mans are flanking. So I do try to keep some symmetry to it, but I do also like to pose my figures. So symmetry just kind of comes naturally. It's not anything I'm actually shooting for. I didn't even realize I was doing it until it was already done. Next year, it's one of my first Mafex I own. It might be the first Mafex I own. It's the Mafex Thor. Again, my favorite version of him. And as you can see, he was a badass, and before he became Fat Thor. And this one is a little finicky because the lightning pieces do kind of pop out pretty easily. But outside of that, as long as you don't move, it's not a big deal. And I have them on a shelf on this side just because I wanted the light from the tier, kind of like I did with the Captain Americas, to kind of hit the lightning. And it does look really good, the light reflecting on it. So Shang-Chi, say what you will about the movie. SHF killed this figure, and I saw it and I was like, let me pick it up, and it looks really good. And again, it balances itself out, and it's a great action pose, and he's got a unique action pose that a lot of other figures don't have and can't do. So I do really like that they included that kind of look for him. Here we've got the Mafex Captain Marvel from Endgame. I was going to pick her up, but when I saw the review of or the early reviews of the SH Figuarts, Captain Marvel from the Marvels, I was like, yeah, let me just go and grab the Endgame because she was pretty cheap. I think I got her big bad for like $50. But again, I moved, having her right here near the light, just kind of the light makes her effects glow, which I really like that look. So that was kind of why she's there. And then here in the middle, we have the Mafex Rescue. She is probably the figure that surprised me the most because I got her just because I thought the SHF this didn't look as good. But once I got her, I was really happy with this figure. Like I think the fit and finish is great, and it made me really want to get a Mafex Iron Man, which is probably going to be the next one I get. I try to decide I don't know if I'm doing Mark 85 or 50 or whatever, so I don't know. And then last but not least, we're going to finish up with the Black Widows. She is probably my favorite MCU character of all time, especially the Scarlett Johansson version. I do have a couple versions of her, or 4 versions of her. This in the white suit is the Tamashii Nation SH Figuarts web exclusive from her solo movie. Very, very hard to get because they just didn't make a lot of them, and you can only get it one place. And everybody reselling it, selling it for like a stupid amount of money. Probably my favorite version of her in toy form is, and probably my favorite movie version too, is the Infinity War. I loved her with the blonde hair. I thought it was a neat take on Black Widow. And this suit was super cool because it was just not traditional. And I do like that. And I think SHF just nailed it. I mean, that Scarlett Johansson head sculpt is second to none. I mean, just, you can't beat it. Next to her is one I didn't do a review on because, I mean, she's pretty old. I'd say pretty old. She's the newest, I think, Black Widow. And this is the first Avengers version with the alternate hair sculpt. And this is the kind of hair flaring back, like the wind's blowing on it. Kind of got on her hip, standing with her hip out. Gun ready to go. And then over here, you've got the in-game Black Widow, and I've got her kind of standing like the white when they're kind of mirrored each other with one hip out, one down, kind of like a little naughty kind of little pose or whatever you can call it, with the gun down to the side. Typical poster kind of pose. But yeah, and like I say, and there's 2 more versions of her, but I don't really like those, and I think this is pretty much all I need for SHF. or for Black Widow unless Mafex decides to make one. But this is the second tour or second tier. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Down in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Later.